Project Claire, who is the first vice president. How about Philly? I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I forgot. Um,
Okay. Question.
Consciousness.
Right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's it going, everybody? If you can hear me and see me, give me a Y in your chat box. If you can hear me and see me, give me a Y in the chat box. Okay, cool. So we will give everybody a few minutes to hop on in. And then we will dive right into today's webinar. Okay. So thank you all for tuning in. Welcome. And let me know where you all are tuning in from. I know we got a bunch of people. I'm currently in Miami. Last week I was in I was in LA yesterday. I was in Vegas most of the week, but today I am in Miami. So let me know in the chat we are tuning in. Okay, we got Cali, St. Augustine, Florida. Okay, been up there. St. Pete, Florida, Albany, New York, DC. What up, DC? Miami, 305. Love the yayo. Georgia. Okay. Where else we got? MD. I'm assuming that's Maryland. Okay. Jersey. All right. So we got a lot of East Coast. Orlando. A lot of Florida. Cali. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Drop where you tuning in from. I want to see where we at. Atlanta. All right. So we got most of the East Coast. All right. That's good. That's good. So we'll give everybody a couple more minutes to tune in, and then we will hop into today's lesson. I'm pretty excited about this one for sure. I mean, I'm pretty honored and excited always to give a chance to share some information and to teach and to answer questions and stuff like that. But it's a lot going on in the markets every day. A lot of volatility, a lot of money being made in the markets. So excited to jump in and kind of talk about some of the why, how, and what, and answer any questions that we may have as well as a community. Okay. So if you are just joining in, drop in the chat what city, what state, what country you may be tuning in from. Just want to get an idea of where everybody is. It seems like right now most everybody is on East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. DFW, Dallas. All right, that's our first Texas, first mid-south, Midwest, Washington, DC. All right, got a couple in DC. I got a warm spot for DC in my heart. Lived there for a while. My oldest daughter was born in DC, Georgetown University. So I rock with DC. Mark, NYC. All right. Love New York. Went to school in New York. Definitely, definitely love New York as well. All right, we got a couple people. NYC. All right. So we're gonna get started right at 11:05. Excuse me. I just want to give everybody a chance to kind of come on in. New Jersey. All right. I see a couple people from Jersey in here. I went to school in Long Island. So know a bunch of people from New York and Jersey. And I also appreciate you all tuning in. Typically, I do these on Saturday mornings, but I had to travel yesterday. Yes, feel free. Turn on your cameras, vibe with us, and get all your questions ready. So when I open it up for questions, you can ask. And just as a reminder or some information, no question is too big, no question is too small, no question is too dumb, no question is too smart. Everybody, we are here to learn, earn, and return. So I really want you all to be able to be open, be comfortable, learn, process, and ask questions. Okay. If that makes sense, give me a Q in your chat box. If that makes sense, give me a Q in your chat box. Always, 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 always be comfortable to ask questions and ask questions because the answer could literally change your life, change the course of your life, right? I'd much rather you ask the question than be stuck. Okay, Houston, what up, H-Town? I need to come down to Houston. Houston, one of the only cities I ain't really kicked it tough as an adult. I need to come down to Houston. I hear a lot of great things. I've been there a couple times, just not really. I only been once in the last couple of years. Before that, I was like 17, 18. All right, it's 11:05. We can ready to hop into it, okay? I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna walk us through today's lesson. I'll give some people the opportunity to join the program, and then I'll open it up for questions. All right. If that sounds good, if I have your permission to teach you and give you some trading game today, give me a yes in your chat box. If I have permission to give you this game, give me a yes in your chat box. Yeah. All right, cool. Glad to hear it. All right, let's hop into it. So welcome to Trade Like the Quants. We are going to hop into, but first, as always, our disclaimer, okay? So trading and investing contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than their initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Hypothetical performance results have many inherent limitations, some of which are described below. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. In fact, there are frequently sharp differences between hypothetical performance results and the actual results subsequently achieved by any particular trading program. One of the limitations of hypothetical performance results is that they are generally prepared with the benefit of hindsight. In addition, hypothetical trading does not involve financial risk, and no hypothetical trading record can completely account for the impact of financial risk of actual trading. For example, the ability to withstand losses or to adhere to a particular trading program in spite of trading losses are material points which can also adversely affect actual trading results. There are numerous other factors related to the markets in general or to the implementation of any specific trading program which cannot be fully accounted for in the preparation of hypothetical performance results, and all which can adversely affect trading results. Trade Like the Pros, Trade Like the Quants, our app, courses, and live trade rooms are for educational purposes only. This is not a get-rich-quick plan. This is a program for you to be able to learn, earn, and return. We are not your investment advisors, and this app, course, and live trade rooms are not trying to sell you securities. You are responsible for your trading, both gains and losses. Trade Like the Pros, Trade Like the Quants, and all individuals affiliated with the app, course, and live trade rooms assume no responsibilities for your trading and investment results. The information, strategies, how-to videos, all other features are for educational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. Look at the app, courses, and live trade rooms as platforms that are teaching you skills that once you learn, you have the opportunity to produce an income whenever and from wherever you are in the world with the internet connection. The course is for you to actually learn the principles and hopefully teach your family now and for generations to come. Okay, so for those of you all who don't know me, let's take a listen.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Here with these failed crypto exchanges.
Yeah, I have a game plan and I'm going to stick to it.
All right, so what's the big takeaway? What does it mean for people looking to invest in crypto?
Yeah, number one, it was fraud.
Okay. I think you all should be able to hear it now. Okay. Can you all hear the audio off of that? Good morning from Arizona. What up, Priscilla? Okay. Let's see. This audio should be working. Right. Not sure if it's working, but we will go back. Okay. Video's not working. It's all good. We will keep it moving. So for those of you all who are new to me or don't know me, my name is Dion Pouncil. I am the Principal and Chief Investment Officer for Pouncil Capital, as well as Fusion Quant Technologies. You may have seen me on your local or national television talking about trading, talking about investing, talking about finance. Okay. I'm originally from the South Side of Chicago. I am from a single parent home. I went to college on a baseball scholarship. I went to Hofstra University in New York, played high school, college, and a little bit of professional baseball. Transitioned into the business world and through entrepreneurship, started a business, made at 25, made my first million when I was 28, and I was broke again by 29 because I didn't know how to protect and grow my money. I knew how to make it, but I didn't know how to protect it and grow it. And I really didn't know what money was. I just knew how to make it and I had a work ethic, right? I had the opportunity to meet this billionaire and I was working on this tech project and he was like, look, man, you're way too smart for this. You should go work for my hedge fund. So I had an opportunity to work at his hedge fund and learn what rich and wealthy people do with their money and learn how to trade and invest. I went on to get licensed and became a professional trader and investor. So I hold a Series 3 and I run a quantitative hedge fund as well as very, very soon a publicly traded ETF. And when I started to make the money that I made and I started to realize, wow, this is such a powerful thing. This is life-changing. This is generational wealth. But a lot more people have my story than they do the traditional Wall Street route, right? Way more people didn't go to Harvard or the Ivy League schools and don't know about trading and investing that do. So I was like, you know what? We should teach this to people. And I started with my family. And you know, family can be some of the toughest people to convince or show or teach. And once they started to get in, they started to make money, you know, I was like, we should teach the community. And so decided to create this program. And now I have over 25,000 students worldwide in my various programs. And my trading systems have generated over $30 million of funded traders and millions of dollars of profits and payouts through these market cycles. I've distilled complex strategies into learnable frameworks for over 25,000 students. And this program contains technical precision with psychological discipline for trading success. Okay. So I want you to know that what I am telling you, I've actually done in real life. From a single parent home to no college degree, to this day, I still do not have a college degree. The only piece of paper that I have from my high school diploma is my actual license to become a professional trader and investor. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. If that makes sense and you understand that and that connects with you, give me a I can do it in your chat box. Okay. Because the first thing, one of my favorite quotes is whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you are right. Okay. So it all starts in your mind. So if you believe you can, you will. If you believe it, you will find a way or you will make a way. Okay. All right. So everything I do, I start with why, and I start with my why. So I mentioned a little bit about my story earlier, but one of the main reasons that I do this is because when I go into these rooms and I go into Wall Street, as you can see here, just a couple months ago, I was featured at the New York Stock Exchange, interviewed live on the floor, talking about the projects that I have coming on, the Trade Like the Pros, the ETF, as well as my hedge fund. A lot of times I'm the only one in this room that looks like me or has a background on where I am from, right? And it's very powerful and it's very important to me because a lot of people will say, well, technology is free. Anybody can go on the internet and learn some things. Well, a couple things with that. Number one, you don't know what you don't know, right? So one of the conversations that I have in these rooms is if I don't know that Fiji exists, there's no reason I would think about thinking about Fiji, right? And I'm talking about the country. So not only do I not know that Fiji doesn't exist, I don't know that I don't know Fiji exists. So there will be nothing to ever lead me to Google what is Fiji or where is Fiji, right? And so if I've never been exposed to these markets, a lot of people don't even know some of these markets actually exist. So if I don't know that the stock, bond, option, futures, forex, crypto market exists, and I don't know that I don't know that, I would never Google it to learn it. I would never go on YouTube to learn it. I would never pick up a book or research a book to learn it, right? Does that make sense? Because I don't know what I don't know, right? And so that could be a very powerful line of division because if I do know, then I can make a conscious choice. If I don't know, then I don't know what I don't know. So there's something that's called selective ignorance, and then there's natural ignorance. Natural ignorance means I just simply do not know, and I don't know that I don't know. Selective ignorance is that I am aware that this thing exists, and I'm choosing not to learn that. Okay. So if that makes sense, give me a why in your chat box, right? That's my why. I want to be able to expose this information to as many people as possible and give you the chance to be able to first know that it exists, become aware of it, and learn that you can learn about these things, right? Okay, so that's part of my why. The other part of my why is because I want to create generational wealth for my family. I have a saying that generational curses ran in my family until they ran into me, right? So when my grandfather died, he didn't leave us any money. When my grandfather died, we had to raise money throughout the family to bury him, right? He didn't leave anything for us. Now, I wasn't old enough to know if he knew better or if he didn't, but he didn't, right? And so being basically the man of my family, I want to be able to change that narrative and shift that for my family and for my bloodline, right? So if he didn't know, it is what it is. But I do know. So now it's on me to take responsibility for that change and to be the change that I want to see. If that makes sense, give me a be the change. If you are and you want to be the change in your family, give me a be the change, okay? Because that is one of the most important and powerful things is we want to take responsibility for our lives and for our future. It's on us, okay? I want you to be the change that you want to see in the world, okay? Now, this picture here that you're looking at, this is very powerful and very important to me. As you can see here, this is the plaque. If you go to the corner of Water Street and Wall Street right now in New York, this plaque was just posted about 3 years ago. And it is a commemoration and acknowledgement that Wall Street was literally built off the back of slavery. And so we're clear, money is green and the markets are green. The markets don't care about your race, your gender, your creed, your sexual orientation, what God you serve, who your mama was, who your daddy is. So let's be super and abundantly clear about that, okay? But it's very important for you to know the history of the markets, and it's important for you to know the history of how these markets operate and where they got their start, because 1 out of every $9 that circulates on the planet goes through Wall Street. So Wall Street literally started as the New York municipal slave market. It was the exact location where the intercontinental slave trade headquarters was, okay? And so this is important because literally this marketplace was built for slavery, and it was built off the back of slaves. They literally built those houses and that infrastructure and the actual land, and then they built the businesses around the slave trade. So the first market that started in America was the futures and forward market, okay? And the futures market was created because slave owners wanted to lock in prices and hedge their purchases of the property that they were buying. And at that time, the property was the slaves. And so they created futures and forward contracts so that they could lock in these prices and not have it going up and down if the slave died in transit, if the slave came in bad shape, if the slave was above market, they didn't want to be overcharged, right? So they created these futures contracts to lock in these prices. And the marketplace got so popular that people started to build businesses around that location because everybody was always there. And the businesses got so popular that the businesses started to raise money for those companies and for those businesses, and they started to offer equity shares and stock in the companies that were built around the slave market. And the slave market started in the 1690s, okay? And you can see here in the picture, it was memorialized in 1711. And then the New York Stock Exchange started in 1792, okay? So literally from 1690 to 1790, it was the popular slave trade and building off these businesses, and they were starting to launch stocks, and it got so popular that they started the stock market. So the futures market was the first market, and then 100 years later, the stock market came. And then 254 years, 1972, was the first time a Black person was allowed to trade at the New York Stock Exchange. So for 254 years, your people, your ancestors, our people, for most of the Black and brown community, it was built off of your backs, and you wasn't even allowed in these markets. So again, I don't care what your race, religion, creed, and gender is. The markets doesn't care what your race, religion, gender, and creed is. But you should at least know that this is the history of it. Okay. And so when I went to Wall Street and I got featured the other day, or a couple months ago now, because time moves so fast, I wanted to specifically go to this location to take this picture because I do feel honored and grateful to be able to share this information, to be able to teach it, and to have made millions of dollars of trading and investing. Okay. And I want everybody to be informed because you don't know what you don't know. So if this is your first time learning this or hearing about this, give me a F in your chat box. If this is your first time learning that the markets actually came and built off of that, yeah, so it's very, very powerful to know and to understand these things. So now you can also have encouragement and have pride about learning about these markets, because 1 out of every $9 on the planet comes through these markets, and these markets were literally built off the back of some of your ancestors, okay? So just very, very important to know, okay? All right, yes, this is different over here. I give you real life data facts from everything from the beginning, okay? All right, so the next why is AI is not coming, AI is here. So for those of you all who think, AI and technology, oh, that's the future, oh, that's sci-fi, oh, that's TV, oh, that's the movies. No, AI is replacing jobs by the millisecond. Okay. Microsoft, a $1 trillion company, laid off 6,000 people 2 weeks ago. Also, their head of AI, right? And so I encourage everyone to have a skill set where they can bet on themselves and make money while they sleep without depending on another person or a corporation, right? I choose to do that through trading and investing. I choose to put my money to work for me so I don't have to work for my money. One of my favorite quotes from Warren Buffett is, if you don't learn how to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die, right? So one, I want you to learn a skill set where you can bet on yourself, and I want you to learn a skill set where you can make money passively or actively on your own, but you can also make it while you sleep, because the technology boom is accelerating and AI is accelerating. So you want to be able to have that comfort and security to be able to bet on yourself. I choose to do it through trading and investing. Okay, so let's talk about who today is for, who Trade Like the Quants is for, who my program is for, and who it isn't for. Okay, who it isn't for. If you are looking for a get rich quick scheme, you should go ahead and leave right now, because this is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay, if you're looking to flip your bread, put something in here and make some money overnight, this is not for you. This is not for people who want to gamble. This is not for people who don't want to take accountability and do their part and actually learn. This is not for people who think you're going to watch a YouTube University video, click a button, and make $1 million in one trade or $1 million overnight. This is not for you. Okay. But who it is for people who want to learn, is for people who want to be informed and do their part, for people who want to bet on themselves, for people who want to be able to design a lifestyle that they want to live, for people who want to be butt naked on a beach in Bali, click a couple buttons and allow the markets and the algorithms to work for you after you've learned what they can do for you. This is for people who want to be able to say, you know what? I want to be able to design a lifestyle to live no matter where I am in the world, as long as I have an internet connection. This is for people who want to be ahead of the curve. This is for people who want to be the change that they want to see. This is for people who want to be the change in their family, in their communities. They want to be the provider. They want to be the protector. They want to be the nurturer. They want to be the man or woman they believe they were called to be. And they believe that the only thing that's separating them from that is the money that they want to be able to have, because money is just a tool. And when you learn that, you're going to be able to say, wow, I can use this tool of trading and investing and this tool of making money to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want, for however long I want, because that's what I want to do. Okay? Because you were not born and created to pay bills and die. Okay, you were created to do what you wanted to do. And if that's something that you want to do and that's something that you want to learn how to do, then this program is for you. If that makes sense, give me a "this is for me" in my chat box. In your chat box, give me a "this is for me" if you want to learn, earn, and return. Okay. All right, glad to hear it, glad to see it. Okay, so now let's talk about what we're actually doing. So I talked about my why. I talked a little bit about how we're doing some things and who this is for. And now let's talk about what we are actually doing. Okay, so when I say trade like a quant and I say I'm a quantitative trader, some of you all might not even know what that is or what that word is. So what is a quantitative trader? A quantitative trader or a quantitative developer combines financial expertise with programming skills to create automated trading systems. Okay, we design algorithms that execute trades based on mathematical models. There's no discretionary human trading. The algorithms in the computers analyze massive data sets to identify high probability trading setups. We build back tests frameworks to validate these strategies, and then we optimize execution speed for market advantage. Now, let me be super and abundantly clear. If you don't hear anything else from today's lesson, hear this. Chart patterns are bullshit. Okay? Let me stop for a second so y'all hear me and see me and understand what I'm saying to you all. Chart patterns are bullshit. Professional traders, we do not use chart patterns. We do not need chart patterns, and chart patterns don't exist. So if you are here looking for somebody to teach you a chart pattern, you are in the wrong place. This is not for you. We don't believe in it. It's not real. And if you believe you can substantiate it, I will allow you to come on the mic, prove it to me, and we will have a live trade-off this week for a minimum of $25,000 to $100,000, and we will do a winner take all. And I will present that challenge to anybody on the planet. Anybody listening to this, this is also being recorded. And I stand on everything that I am saying, showing you and teaching you today. And I will be able to show you those things mathematically so that you can prove them. If you cannot prove what you are saying, either you don't believe it, it's a lie, or you do not know. Okay? So let me be super and abundantly clear about that. All right? Now, why can I say that? Because as a quant, we prove everything with math, back testing, and then we put our money where our mouth is. Okay? That's one of the most important things of all time, in general. So now I'm going to introduce you to the top 3 quants of all time, right? Because when I used to play sports, I wanted to study the greats. When I was just in general business, I wanted to study the greats. When I played baseball, I studied Derek Jeter. He was a great shortstop. I played shortstop. I wanted to be a shortstop. When I got into trading and investing, I said, I want to know who are the best traders, why are they the best, what do they do, and how do they do what they do? And just becoming aware of these people can change your life. So Jim Simons, he's the founder of Renaissance Technologies. He provided a 66% annual return for 30 years straight. He had 2 funds that were each worth over $50 billion, and he returned 66% for 30 years straight. He was a former math professor at MIT and Harvard. He was so good at math that the NSA recruited him from being a professor, and he cracked the code during the Cold War by this algorithm that he created. He got bored with creating algorithms for math and for the military and started a hedge fund, and he became the best trader of all time. Now, some of you always say, well, Warren Buffett is the best investor of all time. Investing and trading are different. When from an active trading standpoint, Jim Simons is the best trader of all time. 66% return, over $100 billion, and he did it for 30 years straight. Not one chart pattern, not one human trade. All computers, all algorithms, and he was doing this in the late 70s, early 80s, all the way up until last year. He just died, okay? And everything that I'm telling you today and every person that I'm mentioning, you can research. You can research that plaque in New York. You can research every person that I'm telling you about, and you can research everything that I'm going to show you today and see if it stands up and see if it's factual and see if it's truthful. Next, Ken Griffin. He's from the Chi. He was a Harvard dropout. He went to Harvard, and at 19, he dropped out and started his own hedge fund, and he now runs Citadel and separately Citadel Securities. So Citadel is a hedge fund headquartered in Chicago, New York, and Miami. And he has over 50 billion in Citadel, and it's completely quantitative, fully algorithmic trading. And then his Citadel Securities is the world's leading market maker. They do 1 out of every 4 transactions on the planet. They're the market maker for 1 out of every 4 trading and investing transactions on the planet. And it's all computers, all algorithms. And then the next one is D.E. Shaw. Why I like bringing up D.E. Shaw, not only is he one of the leaders in quantitative trading, he manages over $60 billion, and he was one of the people who started to do applied mathematics and applied sciences for trading and investing. He was also the mentor of Jeff Bezos. So Jeff Bezos excuse me, was a trader and hedge fund manager, and he worked at D.E. Shaw before he started Amazon. So just learning and knowing about the skill set of trading and investing can also change your mind frame and mental approach on how you approach life, the world, and the markets. Okay. So these are the top three. You could also add Cliff Asness in there and Ray Dalio. But from a statistical standpoint and a money standpoint and a profit and return, the top three are Jim Simons, Ken Griffin, and David E. Shaw. If you were today years old when you just learned about these people, give me a today in your chat box. And why is that important? Is because now just becoming aware of these people and knowing that these people have done these type of things, you could do it as well if you put your mind to it, right? I'm a firm believer that you can do anything you put your mind to. And the simple fact that you have been exposed to these markets and to these people, now you can research, you can learn, and you can put this information in your favor, right? Because if you didn't know these people exist, then you may not have known that these things were possible, right? The reason that we can, as a community, feel good or think we can be the next rapper, actor, singer, dancer, or ball player is because we see a lot of that success on the TV and the programming. And that's not done by mistake. So I want to expose you to this information. I want to expose you to these markets. I want to expose you to these people so that you can see these people and know these people exist and that you can be those things as well. Cliff Asness and Ray Dalio were the other two that I mentioned that are not on here, okay? All right. So men lie, women lie, results don't lie. So before we get ready to get into how you could join my program, before we even get into the lesson, because I haven't even started teaching yet, I'm just giving you free game right now. I want to go into our Discord. And I'm going to show you, this is our wins channel in our Discord. And this Discord is completely free to join. I will drop the link here in the chat, and you can go into our Discord, because a lot of you all are going to be like, well, is this real? Is this person real? Can he actually teach me? Are people actually making money? Here's our wins chat, and we're going to scroll, and you can go in here. And I started the Trade Like the Pros program last May 1st, and you're going to be able to go into this wins channel, and you're going to be able to see every win that people have posted every day since last May. So we can see here, this person, I want to highlight this testimony right here. This was Thursday, May 30th, or Friday, May 30th. This person said, I've been in the Trade Like the Pros Discord since the beginning of May. Tonight, I tallied my wins since being in this Discord, and I made $10,465 using the free trade signals and attending the live trading sessions. So she isn't even in my paid program. When you join the Discord, we have this channel called Free Signals. And I literally give these out for free to the community just off of love. And if you know how to trade them, you can trade them. She's made $10,000 last month from our free signals. And you can literally see this person made $3,700. This person made $576. This person made $1,800. This person made damn near 5,000. And you can see this person made 2,700. This person made all of that money. Every single post of the wins of all these people in the community, all day, every day. Men lie, women lie, numbers, results don't lie. If you are currently in my program and you are in Trade Like the Pros, and you have made money off of what I have taught you, give me a $sign in the chat box. Okay? Give me a $sign in the chat box. Okay? Again, people can say what they do. People can say what they can teach you. But the proof is right there. Okay? So I just want to be super clear about that. Men lie, women lie, numbers and results don't lie. You could join that free Discord, learn, ask questions, be about the community, see if it's real, do your own research, join that wins or look in that wins tab and see the millions of dollars our community has made in Trade Like the Pros. So now I want to talk about some numbers because I just talked about results and data don't lie. Okay, here are some real numbers, everybody. The odds of pro careers. Success in elite careers requires beating astronomical odds. The quantitative trading path offers better prospects than many dream jobs. So if you want to be a pro athlete, and this is just saying if you already made it to college, to be a college level athlete is already difficult. But the pro athletes that come out of college are only 0.03%. So you already have to be one of the top performing athletes in the country. And then just so everybody here is abundantly clear, only 3% of college athletes even become professionals. If you want to become a pro actor making money off of acting, you have a 8% chance. If you want to become a professional rapper or musician, you have a 0.1% chance. Whereas from a starting point to be a quant trader, you have a 2.4% chance. That's a 24x better odds than professional sports, right? It's abundantly clear to me what your opportunity of success is just at an equal playing field. Now, this doesn't include race. This doesn't include gender. This doesn't include genetics. This doesn't include being born in the right country at the right time. Like, this is literally just saying at an apples to apples level, here are the facts. Here are the data, right? We want to be all of these things wherever you are in the country, wherever you are in the world. But here are the stats and the odds of the chances of you becoming a pro athlete, rapper, actor, singer, or dancer, right? And you have the ability to, no matter where you are, if you can read, if you can listen, if you can follow instructions, you have the opportunity to become a professional trader, make money, and design the lifestyle that you want to live, okay? All right. So now I'm going to actually teach you something. So whether you end up joining the program when I give you the opportunity or not, you at least are getting this free game, and you are at least about to get the top professional strategy on the planet for all professional traders. And it's called mean reversion. Now, mean reversion is a strategy that dominates many quant portfolios, generating consistent alpha across multiple timeframes and market conditions. Mean reversion is one of the most powerful and heavily used strategies in the institutional professional world. One, because it's data-driven, and two, because it's simple enough yet powerful enough to go from high-frequency trading all the way up to investing. So what is mean reversion? Well, first of all, let's break down the word of mean. Mean means the average. It's the average price of something. And reversion means something is reverting or reversing back. So if we reverse this terminology, reverting back to its average price is essentially what mean reversion means, okay? So price deviation. So assets temporarily move away from their historical average. So if we look at the data across all of these asset classes and these instruments, the data suggests that markets are mean reverting, mean that they have an average price, and typically, sometimes they will deviate from that price, okay? And then you have equilibrium force. So this is saying that there's going to be some type of support, there's going to be some type of resistance to push that market back to its average price. The market pressure eventually pulls the price back towards its mean. And when it does that, these are trading opportunities that algorithms can identify extreme deviations and execute counter trend trades. And this becomes a profit mechanism. So profits are realized when price normalizes to statistical average. This is all important because we can mathematically prove each one of these things. We can mathematically prove the average price through data and real-time analysis. We can prove that the price has deviated or moved away from that average price. And then we can identify high probabilities of areas of that price is going to start to revert back to that mean. Okay? If that makes sense, give me a Y in your chat box. If it doesn't, just stay tuned and I will answer some questions shortly. Okay? Mean reversion. All right. So the most powerful and most popularly used mean reversion tool is the VWAP. It is the volume weighted average price. It is a crucial benchmark for quantitative traders seeking execution and efficiency. It is the number one mathematically proven and used instrument or indicator and tool on the planet by professionals and institutional traders. Okay, so what is the VWAP and how is it calculated? Because again, we can prove this with math. This is not a chart pattern. This is not some bullshit double bottom, triple top looking for a letter forming or a shape forming on a screen that we can't prove with math. Okay, so a VWAP is the calculation method is the VWAP average price by weighting each transaction with its volume throughout the trading day. What does that mean, D? That means that every single trade is tracked in what we call the order book in a time and sales window. So back in the day, before all this computer stuff came around, there was the ticker tape. And the ticker tape was tracking every single trade that was taken in that particular instrument or asset class. And people would have to do this in their mind, or they would get a pen and paper out and try to track this and do the data analysis for themselves. As computers begin to progress and get better at technology, you were able to create these programs and create these algorithms so that that data was being analyzed by the computers instead of the humans. And so every single trade and every single transaction is documented in the order book. And that order book can be analyzed through back testing and in real-time analysis, and it will give you the average price of that particular instrument or asset class in real time. And it's weighted by the volume of those trades that are actually being taken at that individual price. And all of this can be verified in the order book. All of this can be verified through data. Okay, this is another reason why I say professional traders, we don't even need charts to trade, because we can do volume weighted average price analysis data off of the order book alone. Okay, because a chart is just a visual representation of the data that it's processing, which means that the data is the order book. So that is the power. Okay, it's a benchmark utility. The VWAP, institutional traders use the VWAP to measure execution quality against market average. The trend indicator. So price above the VWAP signals the bullish momentum, and price below the VWAP signals bearish momentum or sentiment. All right. And then an algorithm application. So quant systems incorporate the VWAP for optimal entry and exits. And this allows us to have mean reversion. Okay. So again, we teach a lot of stuff in this program, and we break it down simply step by step like this to the ABCs so you can understand it and prove it for yourself. Next, we have standard deviation. So standard deviation, so remember I told you earlier, VWAP or mean reversion is the most powerful and popularly used trading strategy on Wall Street. So it's broken up into two parts. One is calculating and identifying the mean. The other is you have to find somewhere for it to revert with a high probability of success. But we also don't want to do that through hope and wish and guess and praying. We want to do that through math as well. And standard deviation is a mathematical calculation that allows us to identify a high probability area of mean reversion with statistical significance. What does that mean? That means that I can use math and data to tell me that this area is a quality area of support or resistance, and it has a high probability to revert back to the mean. And so now, because of technology, we can put the tools and the indicators and the strategies in place to do this for us automatically and in real time. So standard deviation is calculated by taking the square root of variance, reflects typical distance between individual data points, and average it out, okay? And then we can have this standard deviation measuring the volatility of mean reversion. Okay, and then Bollinger Bands is one of the most popular ones that uses the standard deviation mean reversion approach. But Bollinger Bands typically uses moving averages, but you can replace it with the VWAP. Okay, so That is a mathematical area. So now we're going to combine these two things and make the most powerful trading strategy on Wall Street, which is the VWAP plus the standard deviation. So if you don't learn anything else from me, I want you to learn this and understand this and know this, and you can actually execute this from trading and investing. Okay. So you're going to combine these two powerful concepts. So essentially, I'm going to break it down for you. You have the VWAP as your average price identifier, and then you have standard deviation that's going to identify the levels of mathematical high probability support and resistance. So it's a very simple approach. The average price is the VWAP. The price is going to move away from the VWAP up or down. And if it moves 2 standard deviations away from the VWAP, then you can look to do what's called fade that market. You can look to do the reverse or the counter trend of that market. So if the market is going up and it goes 2 standard deviations above the VWAP, you could enter into a sell side trade knowing you have a high probability of success and hold it until it reverts back to its average price. So it gives you a data-driven entry point. It gives you a data-driven exit point. If the market trades down 2 levels below the VWAP, you can look to buy that market and ride it back up to the VWAP with an entry point and an exit point. Okay. Now, whether you agree with this, whether you know it, whether you understand it, I'm giving it to you. I'm giving you the math behind it, and I'm giving you the resources that you can actually go and research and prove it. If this is something that you want to learn, if this is something that you want to learn how to execute, then I'm going to be able to show you and teach you how you could join our program and how I could teach you how to do these. But then more importantly, I'm going to teach you how to create your own algorithm and do it for you. Okay. So very, very powerful stuff. And I promise you, they're not giving you this game when you go down them YouTube rabbit holes. Okay. So here's what your path to trading like the Quants Mastery looks like. So when you join the program, I literally break things down to the glossary, to the words. I give you the market foundations so you actually understand how the markets truly work. Literally, when you join the program, we start with the glossary because learning this is like learning a new language. And sometimes it can feel like you're drinking from a fire hose, right? Because I could give you the best strategy in the world. I could just give you the VWAP. But if you don't even know what the words mean, you're not going to understand the concepts, you're not going to understand the strategies, and you're not going to understand how to actually trade and invest, which means you would be gambling. And I don't want that for you. The next thing that's most important we're going to teach you about is risk management. Not only how to make the money, but to protect it and grow it over time. Okay? Because once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once I teach it to you, you can't, nobody ever can ever take it away from you. Next, I'm going to teach you how to actually build your own algorithms. So I'm going to teach you the program. I'm going to teach you the concepts. I'm going to give you 5 algorithms that come with the program. And then I'm going to teach you how to create your own algorithm so you understand the framework and the power on how to do it and be able to do it for the rest of your life. And I'm going to teach you how to manage your own strategies. Okay, so when you join, this is the program outline, and I'm slowing it down methodically. I'm literally talking about step by step, day by day, week by week, so that you can actually get it and process it. Okay, so when you're joined, you're going to get the foundations of the markets. You're going to get the 4 professional approaches: fundamental, technical, quantitative, and qualitative, and quantamental. You're going to get the professional strategies. I'm going to teach you stock investing, crypto investing. I'm going to teach you futures day trading, options day trading, options swing trading, Forex day trading, Forex swing trading, crypto day trading, and crypto swing trading. Each one of these comes with practical step-by-step how-to videos on how to do it, how to use the algorithms that come with the program. And then I'm going to teach you how to build your own algorithms. And then the program also comes with a 24/7 AI teaching assistant. And on top of that, I'm going to give you your own 24/7 AI co-pilot, your own trading AI co-pilot. So somebody say, well, I got ChatGPT and I can use this, that, and the third. Those are what's called generative AI. They're trained on everything in the world. This AI is specifically trained on this course on trading, on investing, and to be able to be your real-time trading and investing co-pilot. It's literally like having me in your pocket, and you're able to have all of that in real time throughout the entire program, okay? So you're gonna have Agent Q. It's going to help you do real-time market analysis. You can ask it questions. You can ask it to help you build your strategies, learn the concept, ask it questions. If you don't understand what's going on, it can help it break it down for you in real time. Okay. And it also will help you learn, and it'll also help you track your performance. Okay. So here's what you get when you sign up for Trade Like the Quants today. You're going to get the course to actually teach you the fundamentals and teach you the framework. You're going to get the Trade Club live. So Mondays and Fridays, I actually live trade with the community, and we go step by step, and I'll show you how to manually trade, semi-automatically trade, and fully automatically trade with the algorithms. Okay? When you join, I'm going to give you access to that Discord channel. So you're going to get you can get the free Discord channel, and you're going to get the exclusive Discord channel that's just for the Trade Like the Quants program. When you join, you're going to get Agent Q, which is the 24/7 AI teaching assistant and your trading co-pilot. When you join, I'm going to give you 5 fully automated algorithms that can trade with and for you, and you're going to learn step by step how to use them. So you're going to be able to learn, you're going to be able to practice, you're going to be able to start making money, and then you're going to be able to learn how to build your own algorithms over time. And then you're also going to be able to get a digital trading journal, because tracking your performance and tracking your thoughts and all that stuff is extremely, extremely important, because it also becomes data points for you over time. All right. So if you sign up today and you pay full price, I'm also going to give you one of my hedge fund algorithms, which is called the QB Algo. And I'm going to give you 1-year access to that algo, as well as that Discord channel specifically for that algo that generates these signals and sends it directly to your phone. So literally, you can see we got the free channel, but then if you scroll down, there's exclusive signals just for QB futures, options, Forex, and crypto. So if you sign up today and you pay full price, you'll get the bonus of that algorithm as well. And those signals could come from your phone, and you could take those trades from wherever you are in the world. Okay. So the regular price of the program is $5,000. This is what I typically charge for the price. But for today's webinar special, it's a one-time payment of $3,000. So if you pay the one-time payment full price, then you'll be able to get that bonus algo. Okay. And I'm going to drop the link here, but you could also split the payments. Okay. You could split the payments to 2 payments of 2K. So you pay 2K today and you pay 2K next month, or you could split it up into 5 payments. So you pay 1,000 today and you pay 1,000 on the first of the month for the next 4 months. Okay. We also have Klarna, and we also have Afterpay if you want to apply for those and do their payment plans. Okay. So this is the opportunity to join. Okay. And then next Saturday, we'll do a live kickoff. So you can scan this QR code, or you could click that link, and now I'll open it up for any questions about the things that I taught today, as well as the program. But you can scan that code and join today for the program. Okay. So Devin said, let's go. I'm in. Let's get it. Welcome to the family. Looking forward for when you signing up. So again, you sign up today. If you pay the full 3K up front, you get that quantitative algo that is exclusively from my hedge fund. And a lot of you who've been in some of my programs may know I release one of my algos per program from my hedge fund. But once I stop releasing that algo, then it's done. Okay. And so I can open it up for any questions. Feel free to come up on the mic or type them in the chat, and I'll answer any questions about anything that I taught today, any questions that you may have about the program. Okay. Mike said, it's amazing that you have a hedge fund that is registered. How much do you have under AUM? So not only do I have a hedge fund, but I'm also about to take my fund public on the New York Stock Exchange. So very, very, very powerful stuff. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Now, when it comes to trading and investing, I have my personal clients, so friends and family and close people that I manage money for. I have my hedge fund, and then when we get ready to go public in a couple of months. So they are three different things in three different levels. So if you want me to trade for you, you have to be an accredited investor. And the minimum is $100,000 per person or $1 million for institutions. Okay. My private clients, I don't really open that up to a lot of people. You have to either be a friend or family or in my inner circle. And then when we go public in the next couple of months, everybody in the world, as long as you're 18 and you're able to open up a brokerage account, you can be able to invest into that fund. Okay. Mike says, I have friends who are millions. How do we get the information for you to trade our money? Simply shoot me a DM on the Discord, or you could send me an email, dp@poundseltech.com, and we could talk about becoming a potential client for me to trade and invest for you. Okay. The next thing is, even if you want to become one of my trading and investing clients, I still recommend learning, because here's one of the main things. I'm a money manager, right? Some of you all may have financial advisors. Some of you all may have money managers. But if you don't know what it is that they're doing, then you won't even know if you're getting screwed over or not. If you don't know what to expect, if you don't know what the potential returns should be, then you can still have the, blinders on, right? So I want you to be educated, and I want you to be informed. I want you to make data-driven decisions, because it also enables you to not be dependent on somebody else. If you give somebody the ability to feed you, then you also give them the ability to starve you. And so when you work for somebody or you work at a corporation, that's essentially what you are doing. What you are saying is, I'm giving this person the ability to control my money. And so I choose to have a skill set where I want to trade and I want to invest and I can bet on myself. And once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Okay. So whether I become your money manager or not, whether I trade and invest for you or not, you should still be educated and informed on knowing what is going on. Okay. So yeah. Good question though. Okay, next question. Feel free to hop up on the mic. Feel free to ask a question in the chat box. Okay. If today was your first day learning about the VWAP, give me a VWAP in your chat box. If today was the first day you learned about the VWAP, give me a VWAP in your chat box. Okay. iPhone says cap. Either you're saying VWAP or you're saying cap, but if you're saying cap, please tell me what you think is cap so that I can explain it to you. Okay. Okay, so it's a couple people that today is the first day that they've learned about the VWAP. Good stuff. Again, I want to be able to add value. I want you to be able to learn something. I want you to be able to take it away and be able to execute, and also be able to validate what it is that I'm saying, right? Because a lot of people say they could do stuff. A lot of people say that they could teach stuff, but can you prove what it is that you're saying, right? Whether you believe in me, whether you don't believe, whether you believe in what I'm teaching, whether you don't believe, you could literally go research that on your own and validate it and prove it for yourself. And that's one of the most important things that I talk about and that I teach people and say, hey, listen, if somebody comes to you and say that they can make you money, or they can help you make money, or they can show you how to make money, and they can't explain or articulate and break down exactly how they do what they do, they're either lying to you or it's a scam, right? So everything that I've showed you today about me, everything that I've showed you about these strategies, everything I've showed you about these markets, everything that I've showed you about the people that do these things, you can validate. Yes, this is being recorded, and yes, the recording will be sent out to everybody who registered via email, and the link will also be dropped in the Discord. Balsky says, how does your algorithm you build work? Does it just tell you stuff, or you could watch it and make trades? I haven't been trading that much. Yeah, so I teach you how to manually do it so that you know it for yourself. I teach you how to do semi-automatic, and I teach you how to do fully automatic, right? So fully automatic is I'm going to teach you how to use the algorithm. I'm going to teach you how to turn it on, and the algorithm will analyze the market. It will generate the signals of buy and sell. It will enter into the trade, and it will exit the trade after fully managing the trade end to end. So when I say full automation, literally you turn it on and you can just sit there and sit on your hands and watch it do what it do. Okay, that's fully automatic, and we have fully automatic algorithms that can do that for you. It can be semi-automatic, meaning you could turn the algorithm on and it will get into the trade and manage the trade for you, and then you can exit the trade when you want to exit the trade manually. That's semi-automatic. And then manually is you can allow the algorithm to generate the signals of buy and sell, and then you manually get in and you manually get out. I teach you how to do all three, and all three of them are available in the program, and you can do whichever one you choose because trading and investing is personal. Good question, though. Marcia, can you go over the standard deviation strategy, please? Yeah, so standard deviation is typically in 1, 2, or 3 standard deviations. The first standard deviation is a 67% mathematical chance that the market is going to reverse back to its average price. The second standard deviation has a 97% chance that markets will reverse back to its average price. And the third standard deviation is a 99% chance that the market will reverse back to its average price. So essentially, you get an average price tracker, VWAP, moving average, exponential moving average, simple moving average. You get something that can calculate the average price. I choose the VWAP. And then you layer on the standard deviation on there. And when the market deviates, when the market moves away from that average price to one of those standard deviations, you have X% chance or X probability that that market will reverse back to the mean. If that makes sense, give me a Y in your chat box. Okay. Clement says, do you have a yearly renewal charge of being a part of your program? No, when you join this program, when you pay that $3,000, that's a one-time fee for this particular Trade Like the Quants program. Okay. So when you join today, if you pay your $3,000, that's it. If you split it, you pay $2,000 today, then you get full access, and you pay your $2,000 on July 1st, then you're done. Okay, that's a $4,000 total if you split it up. Okay, if you split it up into $1,000 payments, you still get full access, $1,000 a month today, and then on the 1st for the next 4 months. But you have lifetime access to that program. And once you're done with your full payment, you have access as long as the Kajabi platform is around, because that's the university platform that the course lives on. Once you do that, then you have full access to that as long as Kajabi is around. So you don't have to pay for this program every year. I do have annual programs like my Inner Circle, where I personally mentor you one-on-one. But for this particular program, once you pay for it, it's yours. Okay, good question. But if I buy this program, how long would it take me to implement so I can start making my money back? It has a lot of stuff in it, clearly. Yeah, good question. So literally, you get access to the course. You sign up today, you'll get access to the course today. You can start learning today. And then you'll start getting the practical application. The actual practical application videos actually start next weekend. So you'll start today because you need to order your book. So there are 4 books that I tell you to order. Actually, it's 8 books, but you start with I want you to order those books during your first week and get prepped. And then literally next weekend, we start releasing the practical application videos. So you can start, within 7 days of joining the program, especially joining today. Okay. And then we have the free signals every day. And then I teach and trade live twice a week, where I trade live with the community. So literally you can start getting set up and start working and trading with the community immediately. Okay, good question. Rudy said, can I pay 1K today and 2K next week? Yeah, if you pay 1K today to get in, then all you would have to do is reach out to our my assistant Athena in the Discord and tell her you want to pay the remaining 2K. But yes, you can pay 1K today. Simply scan that QR code and pick the payment plan that you would like. So you can pay 3K today. Remember, if you pay 3K, you not only get the course, but you actually get the bonus algo from my hedge fund. If you split the payment, you do not get the bonus algorithm. Okay. Tiffany, what trading platform do you recommend for your students? We have our own trading platform called Total, and it's actually being released this week to the next wave of Inner Circle, and then the following week to the full community. So we have our own brokerage platform as well, which is just being released and coming out. We've been working on it for the last 2 years. It's called Total Trading Terminal. So super, super honored and excited for that. Okay. All right. Mike, DM me on Discord. Join the Discord and then DM me on Discord because I don't want to lose your email because when I close this Zoom, it's going to close it and it's going to delete it. So just go on the Discord and shoot me a DM. Okay. Or you could also go to dionpouncil.com to learn more information about that. But trade like the quants, trade like the pros, what we want to focus on right now. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Can I pay by credit card? Yes, you can pay by credit card. You sign that link, you can pay by credit card. You can do payment plan. You can do Klarna or Afterpay. And you can also, if you really, really need, I would prefer you not to do PayPal, but if you really, really, really need PayPal, you can do it PayPal as well, okay? Tiffany says, how much do you charge for one-on-one training? My Inner Circle is 10K for 6 months. And it comes with that exclusive program. It comes with a custom financial playbook for yourself, and then it comes with 6 months of coaching calls with me. Okay, but that's 10K. So you go to tradelikethepros.com and you scroll down to Inner Circle, and you can sign up for Inner Circle, and that also has split pay opportunities. Rudy said, I really want that bonus algo. Go ahead and sign up and let's get it. Okay. Yes, we print off of all of these algorithms. Okay. Rudy said, do I get it next week once I pay it off? Sure, Rudy. We'll do that for you. We'll do the special for you. Clement said, going to need a few hours to move some money around. Yep. So this special is on this special price is for 24 hours. So we're going to send this recording out, and the recording will come out and we'll drop it in the Discord. We'll also send it to your email, and you could also share it with your friends and family so that they can watch it, so that they can learn as well, and you could join. But yes, so 24 hours from now, you have between now and 1 p.m. tomorrow to sign up for that special price, and then immediately it will go back to the $5,000 regular price. Okay? Good questions, though. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts? Remember, no question is too big. No question is too small. No question is too smart. No question is too dumb. I want you to be able to learn. I want you to be able to get it. You making money from these markets ain't taking no money away from me. Okay? Billions and trillions. Billions and trillions are traded in these markets every single day. If anybody tells you that money is limited, they're lying to you, or they genuinely do not know. Okay? Rudy Valentine, I got you. Rudy Valentino, I got you. Yeah, just go ahead and sign up. And when you sign up, you'll also have the email, so you can email my assistant as well. Okay? And this is being recorded, so. Yes. All right, congratulations to everybody that's joining the program. Welcome to the family. Love to hear it, love to see it. And, Monday we can get right after. Monday we'll be in our next live trading session, trading in the market. So you could come, you could learn, you could watch people make money, you could watch the algos, you get right into the fam, and we just get right after it. And obviously, you can slow the game down, take your time, go through the videos, but it's good because you are able to get immediate access and you're able to see us doing this live right in front of you, right in real time, and be able to see it, see it for yourself and know it's real. Okay. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts? Okay. Damon, Leah, hopefully I'm Damon or Damon. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry if I'm not. Do you teach your students how to follow smart money and understand how level 1 and 2 work along with learning how to use the NASDAQ book viewer level? In addition to learning how to use book maps, GMAP. Okay, so you talk about a lot of stuff in there, right? Let's compartmentalize that. Okay. First of all, I teach very simple step-by-step stuff that can be proven with math, back testing, and data. You don't want to have too many things on your charts and get analysis paralysis, right? Because if you have so much stuff, you get overwhelmed, you're getting too much data, you're not going to be able to make a decision, okay? So that's first and foremost. So that's number one. Number two is everything that we do is based off of back test, right? And so we're not really making real-time decisions. So do I teach about the order book? Absolutely, 1,000%. That's one of the main things I teach about the order book and how you can see that data processing and seeing all those trades. The human mind cannot process all that information and make an educated, data-driven, informed decision. It just cannot, okay? Is book maps cool? Is a heat map cool? Is level 2 data cool? Yeah, but those are all individual strategies and approaches. And so when you take each one of those individual things, and now you got 6 to 10 things on your chart, and 2 or 3 of them might be telling you something different from the other 6, then you stuck, right? So I know that you do not want your students trading blindly. Exactly, right? So yes, I don't want them trading blindly, but I also don't want them being overwhelmed, right? So what we do is we do quantitative research. We do matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all real life look at one of our back test results. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remote into my server, and I'm going to show you all the data analysis that goes into our back testing. Okay. This is why I could tell you and prove to you chart patterns are bullshit. Okay. I'm going to give you a level of back testing data analysis that we look at before we decide to turn on the algorithm. Okay. This is the type of back testing data that we do. So this one particular strategy, let's just go here. Okay. So we go total profit. This strategy made $198,000 at a 40% profitability rate and a daily profitable at 52%. So let's just look at that. This means that on a daily, it has a 52% win rate and it still made $198,000 at one contract. This is the type of data analysis that we put into our backtesting results, okay? And we can see that this is over 2 years of backtesting, okay? This is over 2 years of backtesting. And I can see the average drawdown. I can see the P&L per hour. I can see the P&L versus long trades versus short trades. I can see the data distribution of the trades. Like, we do real analysis over here. This is not like hope and wish and guess and praying. This is not heat map. This is not order book. This is not random shit you see on YouTube, okay? You cannot, as a human, with a high probability of success and consistency, make these analysis and make these trades. And again, when somebody tells you, oh, I have 100% win rate, I never lose trades, they're lying to you. Warren Buffett lose trades. Jim Simons lost trades. Ken Griffin's lost trades. It doesn't fucking matter about your win rate. What matters is risk management. What matters is math and data analysis, putting yourself in a position to where you make more money than you lose. This trade made $325,000 of net profit, okay? Of total profit. Its gross profit was 156. It lost 123. It took 1,900 trades and won 44% of them. That means that it lost 54% of the time and it still finished profitable and it still outperformed the market, right? So when people talk, they just be talking out of Saturday neck, okay? when you talk about real quantitative analysis and real data-driven strategies, this is what we do in real life over here. So all of that shit on those charts and all that shit you see online, it's not real. They're lying to you. They're marketing to you. Okay? Whether you join this program, cool. If you don't join this program, cool. But I can prove what we say over here. The millions of dollars that our students have made over the last 5 years, prove it. Okay? So, men lie, women lie. Numbers, results, and data don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like I teach you this step by step. I teach you how to do the strategy. I teach you how to back test. I teach you what the words actually mean. I teach you the concepts. I teach you so that you actually know what it is that you are doing. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you learn it, nobody could take it from you. You see what I'm saying? That's the power in it. It's like, can I make some money? Yeah. Can I make a lot of money? Yes. But if I'm dependent on the algo, if I'm dependent on this corporation, if I'm dependent on somebody to do that for me, if they take it away from me, I'm right back in the same position. If I teach you how to fish, you're going to be able to eat for the rest of your life. Right? So that's why I get so passionate about it. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts as we get ready to wrap up? The program is available. If you join, congratulations. Welcome to the family. Let's run it up. If you don't, I understand. If you are price matching and price shopping and you want to see and compare us against other programs, it's not the program for you. If you have any questions, any comments, any thoughts, you can ask them. If you have any doubt, it's not the program for you. Faith and fear can't live in the same heart. And faith and fear are both belief systems. You are choosing to believe in something. If you have faith, you are choosing to believe that the outcome in the future will be positive, and you will do everything in your power to continue to walk towards that in faith. And the fruits of that will be bearing, and we will be able to know. If you choose fear, you're choosing to believe that the future outcome will be negative. And either one of those choices, you are choosing it and you are designing that future for yourself. Okay? I'm here for you. I teach the lives. My team is here for you. We help you. We serve you. We have the algorithms. We have the 24-hour chat bot. We have the 24-hour teaching assistant. But whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you are right. Okay? So if you have that faith and you have that belief in yourself, nothing in this universe will stop you. Based off of what I'm showing you and based off what I'm teaching you today, if you believe that I am real, if you believe that I am doing what I'm telling you doing, if you believe all those people that are making $1 million, this program is for you. And we will welcome you and I would love to have you. If not, it's okay. Good luck in the markets because you're going to be trading against us. All right. Any other final questions as we get ready to wrap? After joining the program, what amount do I need to deposit to get started? So, beautiful question. I teach you stocks, bonds, options, futures, forex, and crypto. But also as a part of this program, I teach you how to trade with other people's money. So if you don't want to, you don't even have to trade and risk any of your own money. I teach you both sides. If you do charge to start to trade with your money, I do typically say somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 because we teach only trading disposable income. We teach the 5% rule of risk management. And so you want to give yourself some room to be able to execute the trades without panicking about what it is that you are doing. So you want to be able to emotionally detach away from the money so that you could trade and stick to the rules. Because listen, let me be super clear. You're not going to win every trade, and you're not going to win every day. The purpose is for you to learn it and be able to trade and put yourself in a high probability of success so that you can be consistently profitable over time. I had a trading and investing program for 68 months. We had 2 losing months. We are 66 for 68 and losing months. And all of them are recorded and all of them are in the program. You can watch all the replays. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So we've had losing trades. We've had losing days. We've had losing months. 66 for 68. The program typically is $5,000, but for today's webinar, it's a special price for $3,000. You can pay one price of $3,000. You get the course and all the stuff with it, and you get the bonus of the QB algo if you sign up for full price. If you sign up, you can also do the payment plan. You can split it and pay $2K today, and you can pay $2K next month on the 1st. You could also split it into $1,000 today and $1,000 for the next 4 months. You can scan this QR code, or you could click the link in the chat. I'll drop the link in the chat again as well. Okay. Scan the QR code, or you can click this link. Okay. Does that mean I could tell AI, make me $1,000 on this trade and watch it do it? Yeah, we made over $1,300 in Friday's live trading session. Yes, you can. Yes, it can happen. Does it happen every trade? No. Does it happen 100% of the time? No. Is it possible? Yes. Do we do it more frequently than we lose? Yes, we do. And that's why we're overall profitable. So yes, you can do that 100%. And yes, you can make an average of $1,000 a day in real life, and we prove it. Is it guaranteed? No, I don't sell dreams over here. Do we do it, and do active people do it all the time? Yes. Let's go into the Discord and look at the wins channel. All of these wins from the community. Okay. This person made $3,000, $1,000, that was about $10,000 in that one day. Okay. Here's somebody made $1,000. It was 11:43 in the morning, because we typically trade from 9:30 to 11. This person made over $600 by 11:36. You could go into this wins tab for yourself and look at all the wins and people sharing all their wins and all their testimony. Literally every day we share the wins and the losses all day, every day. This person made $1,200. This is Miss Rita. Miss Rita, I don't know if you in here, but I'm gonna share your testimony. If you in here, you could come on. Miss Rita is above 65 years old. She's retired. She's in our trading community. She made $75,000 in 1 week and paid off her grandson's tuition for college. Our youngest student is 18. Our oldest student is 85. Miss Rita be crushing it. Okay. Miss Rita is one of our students that's over 65. If Miss Rita could do it, so can you. Okay. In real life, funded traders, not even using their own money. He got funded $750,000 in 1 day. Henrik was funded $1.5 million in 1 day. Again, this person, $50,000. Listen, we do this in real life over here. I could literally scroll back. I could just keep scrolling. I could just keep scrolling. Okay. What is this? This is April 17th. I could just keep going. All right. Wins, money, posting, wins. This person, $2,000. This was she made this off the free signals. Okay. She made $2,000 there and another $1,000 there. She made $3,000 off the free signals. Okay. So again, you can get in there, you can scroll all day, all the way back 3 years. I mean, well, this program, 1 year worth of scrolling. And then we got other programs in real life. Okay. Youngest is 18, our oldest is 75. If you can read, if you can follow instructions, I could teach you how to make money and be consistently profitable. You got to do your part, but I promise you we do ours. Okay. Yes, the 3K is lifetime for that program. You pay once and you have lifetime access. As long as the Kajabi platform is around, you have access to that program. Okay, so one time, once you complete your $3,000 payment. If you missed the 24-hour special, it goes up to $5,000 again on Monday. Okay. Damon said, Dion, you and I need to talk, because I'm a Wall Street professional since 1978, and I got my Series 3. Well, it's goody. I got my Series 3 too. I went on to work for CBOT as a crude oil pit trader. So you did open outcry as a pit trader. Nice. Sell Gold Sniper back in the good old days. When you were able, please DM me. Go into the Discord, Damon, and DM me, because when I close this Zoom, that chat box is going to disappear. So yeah, go into the Discord and then just shoot me a DM and we can link. Hey, and here you all go. Here's another professional trader that I do not know saying his history, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he could validate if I was saying any bullshit in here, he would probably call it out. He might have joined in here to see if I was bullshitting. Okay, but yeah, shoot me a DM. We can chop it up. Okay, Marcia said, what happens if and when that platform is no longer available? I mean, if Kajabi go bankrupt, they gonna hurt a lot of people. Just holler at me. We'll email it out or something. But I don't own and control that platform. But as long as that platform around, the content lives right there. You have access to it 24/7. He says you are correct. Right. I believe it too. Good stuff. Thanks for being honest. Right. So there you go. If you don't know and you didn't believe, you have somebody in here that was checking to see if it was real. There you go. Again, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You feel me? Any other questions? I'm gonna do a hard stop at 12:30, so everybody can continue their day. Okay. But yes, I appreciate you all joining. If you have any final questions, the Discord here, I'll drop it in one more time. So this is the free Discord, and then when you join, you also get exclusive access to the Trade Like the Quants Discord. Okay. You can use any brokerage platform you want to execute the trades manually or semi-automatically, but the algorithms are specifically built for our brokerage platform. If you're trading futures, we do have algorithms built in NinjaTrader. So you can use NinjaTrader as well, but once we make this full transition to Total, we won't be using any other platforms because in Total, you can use, you could trade stocks, bonds, options, futures, forex, and crypto. Is it Damon or is it Damon? You can come off mute. You on mute. You got to unmute yourself.
Damon Lee.
Damon. Okay, what's good?
Damon.
How's it going?
How you doing, brother?
Doing well, doing well. How about you?
I'm so happy to see you. Very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, we speak the same language. I'm so glad you're doing what you're doing. Like, each one teach one, feed a fish, you know,
Yeah.
feed him for life. No, teach him. He's good to go.
Yeah.
If God forbid something happened, you God decide to take you to heaven, they can still feed themselves and their family.
100%.
Gave
100%.
them the knowledge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where you tuning in from?
I'm in Maryland right now.
Are you in Maryland? Okay, yeah, I spent some time in Maryland, PG County. Yeah, man, like I'm glad you actually on here. It's very important for people in general. Again, the markets don't have a race, gender, or creed. They don't care. But for our people, for sure, in particular, because we're so far behind, and when we get access to it and learn about it, we go through all this bullshit on YouTube trying to figure out what it is and what's real or not. And it's so much we can't figure out what's real and what's not. And then by the time you come across something real, you can't even recognize it or appreciate it because you filled up with so much BS, right?
You're right. I would say 90% of the people on YouTube are totally bullshit, have no experience, no true hands-on experience, never had a real mentor teach them from institutional side how to actually do this business. As you said, back in the day, when I came on the floor, brothers that had their markings from Africa, two on the floor. Before that, you never seen brothers strictly for blue bloods, so they say, the business. So what you're telling the brothers and sisters about the history of the NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange is correct. You know, we know that. It's what it is. You know, I mean.
Very powerful. To just even know that and be aware of it is powerful.
We have the Trinity Church where the stock exchange is at, and the graveyard is right there. It's
right there.
there.
Literally.
There.
Yeah, that's why I also took that picture, because sometimes talking about it is powerful, but like literally seeing that there's a plaque here dedicated for it lets you know that, like, okay, this was real stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I tell
like,
you, it's
in 1972 ain't that long ago.
You know something. You hit a nerve with me when you mentioned about the trading. I lived in London for some time. You know, Canary Wharf. They have a. You know about the
I was just there in March.
They have the museum. You've been to the museum?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious! You see the table? That's where they auctioned the brothers and sisters, brother. That actual table is where they actually did it. Yeah. One day, my wife and I were there. There was this couple that came in with their kids. Some other kids coming from school, and it was a Caucasian couple. She had her kids with her. and other sister and brother was there. You know, everything from Nigeria, and they were watching the preamble of what was supposed to take place with the video, and they started showing. You hear the video, you know, the movie shows the crying, the smacking, you know, the outcry of the sisters having their babies taken from them to be sold. And it was so crazy because when that took place, that was before actually going through the rest of the, you know, the museum to watch what had did, you know, the gallows and stuff like that. But to see the reaction of this white family looking at this Nigerian family and saying, I could not imagine what you people went through. I couldn't have my babies taken from me and auctioned off as I'm seeing what you people went through. And quietly, they just looked at these people like, really?
Yeah, bro.
You
It's,
know? But yeah, it's you know, it's what it is, man. It's
it is what it
You can't
is, but
forget it.
being aware, right? Because it's like trading is cool.
Exactly.
I'm grateful. We make a ton of money, right?
Yep.
But being able to connect it to a why, or being able to connect it to understanding that it was literally built off the back of your people,
Exactly.
having got access to it, like it gives you an extra sense of motivation and want to get after it. You know,
actually, you own it.
that's a fact.
You own it. I built this. I own it. If we didn't do it here in London, Queen Elizabeth have no place to sit. We built it. That's a fact.
And
So-
that's why I always focus on the real, right? Because so for everybody that doesn't know, a candlestick, first of all, a chart is only a visual representation of the data in the order book. But a candlestick only has 4 data points: the open, high, the low, and the close.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Period. Point blank. Those are the only 4 data points a candlestick has. So let me ask y'all a common sense
Information inside the candlestick, what you're talking about now.
Let's ask a common sense question.
Yep.
If I came to you and I said, hey, I got a lick, we finna make some money. All we gotta do is look at this thing, and when it does this on the chart, we put our money in it, and then we're gonna make some money. If you would give that person your money to make money for you, give me a Y in your chat box.
It's empty.
Because that's what people are doing. They're literally saying, okay, Johnny on the internet told me that these things on the screen, when it makes a W or a flag or this or that, then I'm gonna click a button and I'm gonna make some money. That's what you logically saying.
Yep.
If you saying, I believe in chart patterns, I'm trade chart patterns, or chart patterns are real. But when you break it down logically like that, nobody says, I would put my money in that.
Exactly. It's
Right?
after the fact. It's all after the fact. When you're driving down the street and you see someone jump in front of you, what do? You stop. Versus, I ran over somebody in the back. Look behind you, what happened. Looking at what happened in the past doesn't tell you what's happening in front of you in real time in front of you. And the reasons why. As I was saying, if you can see, you know, in terms of price action, I know for a fact Vanguard, BlackRock is out there putting Tesla to want to buy 25 million shares. I can see it on the book. I can see. So I'm going to just buy when they buy
what
it.
the big boys and girls are doing
Exactly.
and go with the flow.
Follow
It ain't
the smart money.
guessing, praying.
This is just surfing, baby, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Clement said, Deon, can I work out the same deal? Yeah, just go ahead and sign up and then DM me or hit my assistant. Okay. Listen, y'all, like, I know it's a lot of stuff out there. I know there's a lot of people that say that they could do X, Y, and Z. But I want you, energy doesn't lie. So I just want you to ask yourself, ask your God, ask your creator, ask your higher self, whatever it is that you believe in. Is this person real? And just be quiet and listen to what your God, your creator, your energy is telling you. Because energy does not lie.
Nope.
Even if you couldn't articulate or understand what I'm saying, you could feel it.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Even if when you join that Discord, you can see how everybody supports each other. You can see how everybody encourages each other. You can see those wins. It's also something to say being around other like-minded minds and like-minded individuals. It's another thing to be around people that are talking about money, thinking about money, trading money, investing money, protecting money, growing money. If you hang around 9 broke people, it's a high probability you're going to be the 10th broke person. If
Exactly.
you hang around 9 billionaires, millionaires, people talking about money, it's a high probability that you're gonna be the 10th,
Exactly.
right? From energy, from osmosis. Energy is transferable. So listen, thank you, brother. Shoot me a DM. We'll definitely catch up. I love
Most
catching up
definitely.
with pro traders and talking that talk.
Yeah.
And it also validates what I've been saying to people, because I enjoy when people come on here to see if I'm bullshitting or try to prove me wrong or do X, Y, and Z, and then they're like, "Oh, okay."
I need to just simply say this for both of us, just for the people out there watching, listening. I'm not a shill. This wasn't set up. This wasn't set up. No, no, no. It's my first time. I saw something, clicked in, like, wait a second. What are you talking about? NERP and all these guys out there? No, this sounds correct. Let me check here.
How did you come across me?
It was a email.
Email. Okay.
It was an email. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, my name is not spelled right, but okay, I'll fix that later on. I get a chance to speak with them, you know. I said, how to get my information? Okay, no problem. It's no big deal, but it's okay. You know, traders eventually meet, so it's okay. It's all good. But just let everyone know, you know, this wasn't set up. I don't, you know, just I'm like the rest of them, just came in, you know, bam, you know, it's just to have my experience, you know, everyone has an experience in the same field.
Or I encourage, I have, so two of my most popular videos on Instagram, I have one where I literally open up and I say chart patterns are bullshit. And
Right.
it got like 300,000 views. It got like a bunch of comments and stuff. And then at the end, because there's a lot of people like, oh, he's lying, oh, blah, blah, blah. I literally challenged him. I said, listen, anybody in here, if you can prove to me, if you could, we could do a live session.
Right.
You
Right.
could come on live in front of the whole world and you could prove to me that chart patterns are real, first. And second, you put your real money up, because a lot of people talk.
Totally.
I want you to put your real bread up and trade against me in these algos with your chart pattern. Nobody.
Tell them to show their account statements by Deloitte Touche. You know what I'm saying? Show me, you know, audited statements from chart patterns that you made X, Y, Z.
100%.
Then I work with you.
100%.
Yep.
Crickets. And if you can't do that, then you gambling. And it's okay if that's what you want to do and that's what you choose, by all means. But don't be out here selling people bullshit and telling people fake stuff when people are using their hard-earned real money to try to change their life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the hood. I don't have a college degree. I'm the provider and protector for my family. I take this shit seriously.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So putting people in danger and in harm's way is not cool.
Yep.
You know?
Take it off the corner into the boardroom, brother. I know. You know?
Yes. All right, everybody. I said I was going to stop 15 minutes ago, but my man got me a little charged up. But nice to meet you. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Love, light, peace, wealth, great health, and abundance to you. If you join, cool. If you don't, cool. Join the Discord for free. You can get in there and learn and get some free game, etc. If you join the program, I will see you soon. Monday is our live trading session, okay?
Definitely. We vibe, brother. We're going to do it.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Here, Islam. Peace. Good talk.